BoxerVoice.com, live here with the strength and conditioning coach, not only of Danny Garcia, but TJ Velasquez as well. Man, I'm coming in here and I'm very impressed. These two men look like different people from one camp to the next. I mean, it was just yesterday. It was September that you were getting them both ready.
Yep.
And I swear TJ's biceps and chest look bigger. Is this, obviously you see him every day. Maybe I get to see the difference because I'm not here every day, but
right.
How do you see TJ first and foremost, and we'll get to Danny later?
Well, it's like you said, it's a cumulative process. You know, we just came off of camp back in November, so we didn't have a long layoff. And yeah, he's definitely getting bigger. Plus, we know that we're kind of easing him into a slightly larger weight class than we thought he was going to fight. So it makes it a lot easier to put a couple extra pounds of muscle on him.
So TJ was thinking of going, what, to 126?
Yeah, we were thinking about 126.
132.
Right, we were thinking 126 initially, but now we're pretty confident that, you know, he's not going to touch that 26, so it won't hurt to put on a pound or two extra muscle for him.
Now, seeing you doing something there with the medicine ball where he was kind of like doing diamond push-ups, but not fully extending his arm.
Right. Right.
Is that a chest? Is that a tricep workout? Core? What's
the primary
going on
is chest, the secondary is tricep, and the core is always engaged in that. But that's also a fatigue exercise. So it's designed to wear out the body, stimulate the muscles, take oxygen out the blood, anaerobic type of stuff. So help build endurance for them.
Now, would you say not just TJ, but both men are looking good because the camps are so frequent? You know, I think September, now we're going back into a March, so there was really no time to take off outside of the holidays?
I think that's, we talked about that a little bit last time. You asked me what was my preference. My preference is continuous fights because you can see the progress continue a lot better. So yes, that's a big key to it, but the other part is, you know, we know what we're doing. And I think I have insight into both of their bodies and what they need, what they're using, and I always enhance those attributes instead of just having them do a football camp type of workout. It's the boxing camp for them. It's what their bodies need and use.
Let's transition into the champ. Are you handling also the cooking aspect and nutrition, or is it just strength and conditioning?
I don't actually do the cooking, but we do have a game plan when it comes to the types of foods he should and should not eat. I also provide him with nutrient shakes after each workout, you know, Monday through Saturday, you know, so yeah, we're definitely staying on top of that. And as we're getting closer and closer to the weigh-in, we need to monitor what he's eating and make sure that he's getting the right balance of nutrients inside, so he has energy, he also has a high immune system, and he gets enough protein to recover.
Now, I don't know like what exactly it is that you, I guess, put together for your fighters, but is there anything, like, do you have to sit with Angel and kind of say, hey, what's the game plan going to be? What should I work on? Are we focusing more on movement? Is he going to stand there and trade? Should we work on, you know, the shoulders or the lats so he can thrust more power? I mean, how do you know? Or is it just...
Good question. Well, you know one by the opponent. And, you know, some fights come into play where you're going to need a little bit more athleticism. You have to be able to move, duck and dip and dodge and do those type of things. And in other fights, you're going to need a little bit of power, you're going to need a little bit of speed. So depending on the opponent determines what attributes I'm going to work on, what body parts I'm going to enhance or make last longer or make stronger. And Angel definitely comes to play. Angel will say, hey, Tone, this guy moves this way, he moves that way. We need to be able to get away. We need to be able to engage. He'll say something like that, and then I'll take it from there. But the actual body parts, the actual usage of exercises, it depends on when I see them start to spar. Then I can determine what they're using the most, and I take it from there.
Many people, I guess, a human being's given nature is to be humble. That being said, don't be humble. And tell me, are you using this fight as Tony Davis's coming out party? I know that obviously the fighter always gets the shine, but so much is being made of Danny having to move up. He's not a real welterweight. He's never been in with welterweights. I'm a real welterweight. I mean, these are all Keith Thurman statements. So are you taking it as added motivation to show the world just what Tony Davis can do in terms of bringing a fighter from one division to the next, not only safely, but obviously at 100% where he will be able to perform with someone who's been there naturally all his career throughout, amateurs and professional?
Yeah. Absolutely. This is definitely a chance for all of us to go to that next level. And I haven't taken this challenge lightly. I haven't taken the move up, period, lightly on Danny. And I'm hoping that after this fight, everyone can see that, we know what we're doing and that we're the real deal. And it's no luck. It's no, they're just sitting there doing whatever they want to do. We have a game plan, always. And we know what we're doing. We always do it safe. We always do it healthy, all natural. We never do any additives or anything like that. So I'm very proud of that. And I'm hoping that my phone starts ringing after this.
Are you 100% happy with the transition from 140 to 147? If my memory serves me correctly, you had about 2 catch weights, somewhere between 142, 143, then 2 official welterweight fights. Now this is the big one. Is this how Tony Davis won? I know you're not head trainer, but in terms of strength and conditioning,
in terms of conditioning,
is this the way you want it, or do you need that one more before this big fight?
No, because I enhance his natural abilities. He's physically ready, he's mentally ready, he has moved into his man size. It's time to take his weight serious and take him into more muscle power. And I'm happy the way it was going. And I like the way, in fact, I thought we could have done it a little bit earlier. We could have transitioned a little bit earlier. But I'm very glad that we're here, and I think he's ready, and it's a fantastic thing.
Statistically, society says males start to mature 29, 30, they get that bug, they want to settle down. Obviously, Danny has a different upbringing. He's been raised in the gym. He's already, with a woman that's going to probably be his wife. He's already started a family. Has any of that changed? Have you noticed anything different from, obviously the wife has always been there, but the child now, is there a different, do you see a different, an eye of a tiger, as they say? It's so cliche, but do you see him more hungry, being as though he has a family outside of the mother, father, sisters?
Yeah, absolutely. And, he always mentions that no matter what, Philly makes him happy. That's his joy. And he's fighting now not just for himself, but for her. And he's mentioned it before, it's about his legacy and also being able to leave something on to his children. So absolutely it's made him more hungry, and it's made him more focused, because now he realizes it's more than just him. Everything was Danny Garcia. Whatever, he lived and died in the ring. At the end of the day, he would always say it's only him that could go in there and fight and do what he has to do, but now he's fighting for him and his baby. So that's real special, and they're doing a good job, him, Erica, and the rest of the family.
Obviously yourself and Angel want to see the W, but let's say for the other strength and conditioning coaches, the bigger named Alex Arizas, Angel Memo Heredias of the world.
The names are just longer.
Larry Wade, right? What do you need to see in Danny after those 12 rounds are over? Preferably he gets the win. What would you have wanted to see? Not the win, not, offense. What would you, as a strength and conditioning coach, to feel like I did my job? What is it that you're looking for?
Okay, I guess my mission statement or my vision is that my primary function is to make sure that you're strong and you last long. Mm-hmm. Those are the two things. You have to outlast your opponent. Just imagine if you were fighting you in the mirror. It's a guy that moves like you, act like you, can punch like you. What's the difference maker? The person who's the strongest and who will last the longest. And that's what I want to see at the end of the day. Did his power sustain throughout 12 rounds? Did he sustain his conditioning, his breathing, everything for those 12 rounds? Now, of course, there's going to be rounds where you get a little bit more worked up, but was he able to bring it back and get that second win? That's what I want to see. Strongest and last the longest.
Last question. I know we got to close up the gym here. I just came from Alabama. I spoke to Deontay Wilder. We were there about 4 days. He doesn't run ever. This is like my 3rd time in camp. Again, this is your forte. Why would a fighter not run? And what are the benefits to not running?
Well, benefits to not running. I was going to answer that another way. Okay, why wouldn't a fighter not run? First of all, running is a product of endurance, right? You want to open up the lungs. You want to increase your heart rate, burn calories, increase that metabolism, help you make weight, things like that. When you got a big guy like that, that's a heavyweight, that also has a lot of muscle. Muscle burns a lot of calories, muscle burns a lot of weight. And when you're able to do exercises that are continuous exercises with a little bit of intervals in between, you're actually doing a cardio push there. You're increasing your ability to retain oxygen in your lungs, and you can get that cardio workout by just going from one exercise to another. So I'm not surprised that he doesn't run, and I can see where it could work for a guy who doesn't have to be as afoot as a 140 pounder, 147 pounder. He could be slow, deliberate, methodical, so he can conserve his energy. And the advantages that I could see to that is that a lot of times these guys, when they're coming down in weight and they're really training hard and they're out there running and running to break sweat, and well, at some point in time you reach a plateau, and then after you go over that plateau, you make your muscles work against you. You know, you're tearing down your muscles again. So that means when you get in the ring and it's time to go and you have torn muscles, what's going to happen? At the end of the day, when the only last source of energy you have is that lactic acid, it's going to pour right into those muscles, it's going to burn those muscles up and shut you down. So someone who's not running won't have those torn muscles as readily as someone who is running in their legs. So I can see the advantages to that.
I know I said last one, but what do you recommend in terms of miles? We see so many fighters do so many miles. Some say 6, some say 5, some only do 2. What do you recommend your fighters, stable of fighters, to run in terms of daily miles?
Really depends on the fighter, and it depends on the time frame. If we're not preparing for anything, I don't think that this should be doing anything more than 2 to 3 miles. 4 if you really want to be dynamic.
Every other day or daily?
You can do it daily, but you should also switch it up. You can go from sprints. So let's say you run 2 miles today. Well, tomorrow mile, let's run a full sprint. You know, let's say you ran 2 miles today. Well, tomorrow, let's beat that time. See, there's again, the goal of running is to increase that heart rate, increase that metabolism, open up those lungs, push the body to a new level. You can do that without breaking the body back down by increasing your miles and using more muscle fiber to do that, and then wearing down your muscles again. Now, as you're getting closer to the fight, that's when you increase your mileage. So now you can increase your endurance. You know, because if you run 4 miles a day, that's maintenance. That's not endurance. That's just like getting up every day, going to the car and driving.
You could switch it up.
You got to shock the body. You got to mess with the nervous system. You got to mess with the body, mess with the muscles. You got to do all those things in order to get that extra level go to the next level.
Well, Tony, man, we'll see you March 4th. Wish you the best of luck, and hopefully you guys come back to Philly with that W. And the world knows, new strength and conditioning coach in town.
That's it. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
All right.